As expected that questions around Phala Phala would be raised.
This bizarre decision taken by the NPA right now, not to prosecute anyone on the Phala Phala issue. I just want to check from a timing point of view, when can the knowledge prosecute certificate be issued so that a private prosecution can kick in?
Batohi said there are avenues to be followed, but also cautioned about private prosecutions.
There are processes, also review processes, that can be utilized for interested parties who are not dissatisfied with the decision. There must be a formal request to the DPP for this certificate. I think it's important, it's good that we have it in our law, but it needs to be, we need to ensure that, like the NPA, that works within a particular legal framework and has a constitutional obligation to ensure that we prosecute without fear, favor, or prejudice, that private prosecutions are not utilized in order to further certain agendas.
Batohi noted that the NPA is being blamed for failing in its mandate to properly deal with state capture and high-profile corruption matters. She said South Africa is one of the few countries which actually prosecutes high-ranking officials.
The NPA is judged primarily on its performance in state capture matters, which, while understandable, sadly does not consider the significant work done in various other key focus areas. Africa is a country ravaged by violent crime, including unacceptable levels of violence against women and children. So the NPA has to tackle, I should say, the twin crisis of complex violent crime as well as complex corruption at the same time.
MP suggested that she was being defensive.
The National Director stresses that they've been judged harshly on particularly state capture matters. Well, you know, the simple answer to that criticism is, of course, and we've discussed this before, get a conviction, just one. Just get a conviction. Prosecute somebody for state capture and get a conviction. And the criticism will dissipate like mist before the sun.
So I know what the prosecutors are also dealing with. However, today I'm taken aback by the defense of being dealt with harshly. For any prosecutors to say we are being dealt with harshly with regard to, for example, the state capture matters, etc., that's a bit of a concern, because ek dink prosecutors moet 'n bietjie meer dikvel wees in hoe hulle werk doen.
In response to this, Batohi asked political parties to show where exactly the NPA is falling short and not just make bland statements about how it's dropping the ball. She said prosecutors are doing good work and the entity has many successes, but all the focus and critique are based on how the NPA has dealt with state capture and corruption. Abra Babia, SABC News, Parliament.